It's just me in my car, loving the Knicks and talking about what I see. You know what this is.
What up, what up, what up, and good morning. Happy Sunday, my ladies, my gentlemen. What's happening? Shameen, me, and Coach Fa in the building, talking them Knicks like I'm supposed to. We got a game in a couple of hours. It is game one of the second round, the semifinals, bro, of the Eastern Conference. And it's the Knicks versus the Miami Heat. The number five versus the number seven, which is kind of wild. And, in that, we actually have home court advantage, which I'm wildly surprised at as well. Um, so, let's just get into it, man. You know, I'm I'm gonna start off with the recap of the Cavs because that series went a little shorter than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna go 6 games. Um, It went five, and I ain't mad at it. But the only thing I am sad about is, Randall caught that injury in that game, and Milwaukee did not handle their business completely and ended up losing that same night. So now we play today as opposed to getting Julius a couple of days of rest, which I was really, really hoping to do. And big shouts to everybody watching right now or who might watch later. I really appreciate it. You know how we do. You know what I mean? Uh, So the Cavs. There was so much talk about these Cavs, man. I mean, it was supposed to be, oh yeah, well we lost the Donovan trade and yada yada, and they're supposed to be whooping us and showing us why we should have made the trade and all of this. And at the end of it, you know, they went home. And I wonder if Donovan's looking at that trade now, like, maybe I should have gone to the Big Apple. But it's not like he had a choice in that. You know what I mean? It was his GM over there with Utah playing games, and it's fine. That's what the games got you. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what those games got you. It got you a first round exit. Good job. Now, listen, I'm going to be real. The Cavs are not a slouch team, and they will be back. Evan Mobley will be a dominant force in this league if he trains his body and gets his body together. I mean, that's just a fact. And Darius Garland is scary because when he's on, he's lights out. When he's off, he's off. If he can figure out how to stay on, then, in the coming years, that team is going to be dangerous. It's not like we beat a team that wasn't ready. That's not the case. They were the fourth seed for a reason. You know what I mean? But I digress because they home fishing right now with Dylan Brooks and them chilling in Cabo. Dylan Brooks. I'm not even going there, but that's literally the definition of silence, okay, until you actually do something in this league. Like, yeah, like, and them old men that you said you didn't need, it looked like y'all might have needed by the end of that year. So maybe stop talking so much. I think Josh figured that out. I think I've even heard him say something similar to that effect. So, Dylan, follow suit, bro. Shh. Mm. Yeah, man. But those Cavs, that series, man, we still didn't even have our best game. And that's why I felt so comfortable in that. Randall didn't have his breakout game, and then he got hurt. Uh, IQ and Grimes did not have their breakout games, and then Grimes got hurt. But I hear he's at least back today, hopefully. So the Cavs played us. They played to our strengths, and to be perfectly honest, that's what I was kind of okay. So we all know after a while we're looking at the series and we're believing that the Knicks are gonna go forward. I did not want to face the Bucks. Straight up, I didn't want to face the Bucks. I felt like Giannis and Randall would cancel each other out, Drew Holiday and Brunson would cancel each other out, but those three shooting bigs would really stretch Mitch and our interior defense a little bit too thin, especially over 4 to 7 games. So I was literally afraid, not afraid, but I was like, I don't want us to go against the Bucks, and I would prefer the Heat, even though, let's face it, we have troubles defending the three. We've had troubles defending the three all season, and Miami shoots threes. But then again, so does Milwaukee. So the disadvantage was going to be against both either way. Now, I mean, the reality of it is, you know, and I'm going to get into a little bit on this Miami series in just a minute, but, the reality of it is they are a tough team and they surprised the heck out of the Bucks. So this is not going to be, that fun, easy thing that we think it might be just because we wanted them instead of the Bucks. They still coming, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be right back with just this really quick commercial, and we'll come back. We'll talk some more stuff. All right? So me and Coach File on a Sunday morning talking Knicks.
It's the fourth quarter. We're down by one. No seconds left. And you gotta eat your breakfast. So what you gotta get is that RJ Barrett crunch time. That's right, boys and girls, it's crunch time. Get your wonderful breakfast on right before school. You're not gonna be late because the food is gonna just devour itself and just evaporate right in your mouth and give you all the nutrition you need because it's crunch time. That's right. RJ Barrett, crunch time, straight from Kellogg's and them. The folks that gave you them Rice Krispies and things. You feel me? Crunch time, baby. Go get you a bowl, go get you two. Go win for your team, win for your school. Crunch time.
And we are back. We are back. Now, while I have us on this platform real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to say this real quick. We need to stop utilizing certain tropes as ours. Like, this one thing that ESPN loves to pretend to do is they love to pretend that Stephen A. Smith is a Knicks fan. They love to throw him out there to say Nicky things and stuff, even though this dude is not, I repeat, is not a Knicks fan. I honestly think he's a 76ers fan to his heart. Just keeping it real. I really do believe that Stephen A. Smith is either a Philadelphia 76er or a Miami Heat fan to his heart, but he is not a Knick. And listen, I ignore every time somebody says it, but they always kind of throw him out there, and he always falls over himself to embarrass himself because he's not a Knicks fan. And it's really sad that ESPN believes that the Knicks fans believe in this guy because it's hilarious and we don't. So maybe they just need to stop running with that theme and just cut the crap as we say.
The Heat or the Knicks making it to the finals, Stephen A., you would be rooting for Miami?
I would be rooting for Miami. I have to confess.
The Heat or the Knicks making it to the finals, Stephen A., you would be rooting for Miami?
I would be rooting for Miami. I have to confess.
The Heat or the Knicks making it to the finals.
What do you have to confess? It's not like it's a terrible confession. You suck. Your opinions suck. And you have so much hate for this team, it's ridiculous. I don't see you being a fan at all. I've never seen you being a fan at all. As a matter of fact, I do remember a clip that folk have just been circulating again recently on Twitter. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick it up today. But Max Kellerman, who's also a punk ass sucker, took a Frank Ntilikina jersey and put tape all over it to make it a Randall jersey, which is wildly disrespectful to Knicks jerseys in general. and he gave it to you, told like, I want to be the first one to give you a Randall jersey, and you throw it on the ground. Certain actions are just unforgivable. You don't do that. If you're a fan of the team, you don't disrespect the team jersey like that. Come on. And honestly, that reaction of yours was asinine because look at what Julius Randle has done for this team. And all that, dude, your act is trivial, it's corny, nobody digs it, nobody likes it, nobody's impressed by it. You're a slouch. You know, just simple, plain simple fact. You are a slouch. And, you know, I'm actually glad that Knicks fans have figured you out. So speaking of better Knicks fans and greater talents altogether, my brother Lee has put together he was at the game and he was asking Tibbs questions. So I hope y'all vibe out what my brother was asking.
Coach Tibbs, Lee Valentin, Knicks Twitter. I'm over here. Congratulations on getting out of the first round. My friends on Twitter didn't think you could do it. They wanted you fired. I want to ask you about players eating during post-game interviews.
What can you say about Josh Hart?
Well, I think eating without offering is kind of weird. First it was popcorn, then it was chicken.
But the thing I love about him is he gives you everything he has.
He hasn't offered us any. Have you seen the way he eats?
Super aggressive.
Very aggressive. Licking his fingers. Look at the size of these chicken wings.
That's huge.
Right?
Credit to him.
I guess. He didn't even offer Jalen, and Jalen was sitting right next to him.
That's what I respect about him.
Oh, so you like players who are aggressive and selfish. That explains a lot about your offense.
Yeah, that's what you need in the playoffs.
Hey, whatever works. Just make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep, thanks.
Love that dude, man. Lee be holding it down all the time. Funny dude, New York comedian. If you haven't seen him live, please check him out. Please hold him down. He's a great talent and going places. He's going places. That boy, good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just in case you are not aware of the history of what is about to go down in about an hour and change, let me just break it down for you. Long time ago, in a realm called the 90s, there was a team that was on the precipice of an NBA championship from New York. The team was led by a gentleman with slick back hair reminiscent of his name, McAdoo, from the Giants coach who got fired for having slick back hair and terrible game planning. But anyway, so this young man who came from the LA Lakers as their coach and brought them a whole lot of success, he comes here and he brings us some success. And right when we're on the precipice of that success, it's around the time that his contract came up. And this man had the idea that he wanted to run the entire New York organization, and the New York organization was not as agreed with the plan as he was. And so the punk ass bitch decides to quit by fax, run down to Miami and take a job there and leave us in a lurch while we're like on the precipice of a championship. And if it wasn't for the good graces and intelligent coaching of Jeff Van Gundy, we might have actually been in trouble after that. But because Fax Machine Ho decides to go and do that, he unwittingly builds a hate for him and his new organization that, let's just say, Knicks and Knicks fans never ever forgot. And you know, let's talk about some of this. Well, we didn't forget history.
We're getting a little ticky-tack. Charles Oakley and Zoe get out at Oakley the gate. And now we're going to flat out play the feud.
No, that's not fair. Because look,
PJ Brown and
watch
Charlie
PJ
Ward.
Brown. Charlie Ward, watch
later on
this.
said he thought Ward was going for his knees, So why not throw him on the floor on top of photographers? Could you imagine if Eugene Amos was at the bottom of this pile? 1-800-Lawyers, hello.
This is just one.
Pat Riley, Jeff Van Gundy getting involved, making sure no one's going to get suspended for the next game. Instead, Ward, Brown, and Starks all got the gate in this one. Back to the game.
So, because P.J. Brown does some whole ass stuff, 3 of our players got ejected, and that kind of changed some fortunes of that particular series for us. But the coup de grace, ladies and gentlemen, the coup de grace, and again, I was here for this, watching this live on television back in the Dizzle fam. Like, this was real.
Hardaway with 3, can't find it. The battle for the board between Warning and Johnson. Look out, baby. Take a look at the replay. Look at this. Alonzo trying to connect with about a dozen punches, could not connect with Larry Johnson. Other players on the court would get involved. It is so bizarre when the Heat and the Knicks get together. Strange things happen as you take another look. Look at the fighting. You can tell these two aren't hockey players. Neither connected with the other.
And look at Van Gundy. Look at my coach. Look at my coach.
Alonzo Mourning. Like a dog in heat. But coaches are allowed to do it. Check it out. You see Van Gundy on the floor. It's amazing he came out of this mess alive. But you know, it's an interesting situation. He's holding on for dear life. Now he's trying to get up and get out of there. Wondering, what the heck did I do that for? He's doing it to keep his. Remember last year? Remember
Get him, Jeff.
Him up hard.
Again, that particular episode endured Jeff Van Gundy with fans, period, after that. Like, that is our effing coach. He is on the ground getting busy with these dudes. That's our guy. Yes, he was. So look, ladies and gentlemen, the Heat and the Knicks don't like each other. Pat Riley's still there, guys. Even though the teams are, these aren't the same teams, Pat Riley's still there, guys. You know what I mean? And Knicks fans are still here. And we still remember. Ooh, got my boy. Yeah, man. But look, Jimmy is playoff Jimmy. Let's just be real about that. He is. He is a tough cover. And he willed Miami against the Bucks, excuse me. But I just feel like, just being 100, you know me, I'm always gonna try my best to just tell the truth about these things. Yes, he's dangerous. Yes, he is. Yes, he is a concern. Yes, he is. Who else? Bam is not, because honestly, I feel like Mitch and Hartenstein got that. Kevin Love is not a physical beast in the paint. He's a three-point shooter, and he's not as accurate as he used to be, but it's still there. So I see Hartenstein on him a little bit, but I think Hartenstein can handle that. Mitch and Adebayo is going to be out of sorts, in my humble opinion. Jimmy's going to have to carry, and he might win them 1 or 2 games doing that, but the reality is the Knicks play like a full team. They don't rely on one person to do a job. They have several folk that they lean on and that they trust and that they go to, and it works. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm looking at Knicks in 6. I know I said that before with the Cavs. I still kind of feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts to Big Ron Fallon. How are you, my brother? Thank you for hanging out with us this morning, checking it out. Big shouts to Teaneck High School class of 1991. You know what I mean? Had the big reunion last night. Everybody in the hood was getting down, having a good time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it because my son's birthday was this week, and we had our celebration for him. He's 16 now, so that was yesterday. So unfortunately, I couldn't be there. Big shouts. Man, happy birthday. I love you. But yeah, man, Teaneck High doing their thing, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say how long, well, y'all could do the math from 91. It's been a minute, man, you know what I mean? But it's great that everybody was able to get together and see each other and all that. You know, even though we all grayed now, we ain't nothing like how we look. We were younger. But that's what it is. So look, big shouts to the low main thread out there. Big shouts and MJ's Lasagna, Nicotata, and everybody holding it down. You know, this is a great time for us as a Nick family in the unit, and I look forward to uh, this time for the second round. I'm actually going to head out to the city when they're having watch parties, and Coach File's going to be in the building. You know what I mean? Get in where I can fit in. You know what I'm saying? But let me know, man. When y'all watch this video, hit me up with the comments, shoot me DMs, whatever. Let me know what y'all think, man. How do you think we're gonna fare going into this series? Is Randall's injury gonna be that debilitating for us? I hear that that Tibbs is happy. He's moving around. He's feeling better every day. But again, I don't know if he plays today. At this time, I don't know. I haven't gotten the tweets yet, but I'm actually hoping that he rests this day. You know, he still needs time, man, because he wasn't 100% from the first tweak, from the first ankle. So I'd rather him, if we could weather the storm, the game one, perhaps even game two, if we could weather the storm, then, I would rather that. I mean, if it feels like he has to come back, then I'm a little bit more nervous for us because that means we need him because we're in trouble. And you never know how these playoffs go, and as is. But I would rather have my engine a little bit more healthy, as opposed to iffy, and then re-injures it again, and now he's out for the rest of the year. That I don't want to happen. So you know. So we're thinking about that, and again, we're very excited. Unfortunately, the games will not be on MSG, which is my favorite place to watch the games. But MSG will have pre and post game. So if you're into that, definitely tune in to that and tune into the squad, Allen and very important. Keep all the good vibes going. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to come back and wrap up after this. We'll be right back with some more Knicks Minute.
Ain't no stopping, OB topping. Ain't no stopping, OB topping. Do-rag! Ain't nobody as cool as a cat that could come off the bench and score 25, 30 points like it ain't nothing. I'm talking about the brand new Obi Toppin' Do-Rag. Ain't nobody cooler in a red do-rag than Obi Toppin'. Go get your toppin', go get your rag. Ain't no stopping. Playoffs, baby.
That one always cracks me up. I have a good time with it. Ain't no stopping, Obi Toppin'. Let's just hope that today we see that once to get us on. You feel me?
The Emmanuel quickly action figure. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got that new Nick gear, getting ready for the new season. We got the new Emmanuel quickly action figure. Bum, bum, bum. Complete with 90-something% free throw accuracy and a nasty floater. Oh, and this Emmanuel quickly hits the three like it's water. Splash. Get it early before the holiday seasons and Christmas and Hanukkahs and things. Go get your Emmanuel quickly New York Knicks action figure. Get it now. The Emmanuel quickly action figure.
Yeah. We are back in the building. Once again, it's on. Yo, I do have to say this, though. I will say this. Yo, And folk, y'all funny. Y'all funny folks. On my way out the door this morning. Oh, and please stay tuned. I'm going to replay Anthony Donahue's The Knicks Corner with me and Danny B episode right after that. Actually at noon. I'm going to air it at noon for you guys to reminisce, have a good time. And after the game, I'm going to re-air our ladies' night with MJ Lasagna and them when they join the team to have a great show. And it's Throwback City, but you guys are gonna love it. Trust me on this one. You'll see it. Just stay up on the channel, and it'll be right there for you. But Knicks fans are funny. The other day after our wins, I started seeing debates and conversations about players that didn't make it. You know what I mean? The draft picks or whatever that didn't pan out. So I'm just like, with all this good stuff going on right now, one thing I do not want. I don't want us talking about these disappointments anymore. Let's move on. So we're gonna do a little exorcism right here. We are going to exorcise our most disappointed demons. Y'all remember Jerry and Grant. Huge disappointment is our beloved French Prince. Split up the fan base for mad years. It was crazy. Strip clubs himself. Yeah, man. Thought he was going to do something. Did not. Another fan base splitter. Manuel Moutier. Remember him? The Moutier versus Frank debates were wildly interesting because folks was coming to blows like online over this. And both of them ain't really turned out to be much of nothing. Kevin Durant's best friend. This dude thought he was so great. Lasted 2 seasons. He probably could have really been something, but his mentality just wasn't there. I actually really like Langston Galloway. I did. I like Jerry and Grant too, to be honest. But, unfortunately, we just weren't at a place as a team for these guys to thrive. And that, I feel like, yeah. Kind of the same thing with Trey Burke, really. And this is a young man who really did try for us and had a couple of explosive games, but again, just nothing consistent. And then we got Porzingis' best friend. Yeah, we should not be in the brothers or the best friends business. Because, oh man, now that I brought that up, Willie, yay. Oh God, what is Chris Smith, J.R. Smith's brother? Oh my God, why? Why did we do Chris Smith? Why? What was that about? Like, come on, guys. And then the ultimate, I am my brother's keeper. Like, Thanasis literally did absolutely nothing for us, at all. And I hate to say it like this, but he's in the league and on that team because of his little brother. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, Knicks fans of all ages and eras, this is what I'm just saying, man. These were some of the most disappointing in the last 5 to 10 years. But I don't want to see no more debates about these folks. We can leave this in the history of what was. We don't need to keep bringing it back up. We don't need to wax poetic about how right we were 7 years ago or any of that. We can just enjoy these playoffs and move on from our most disappointing back in the day. You feel me? Knicks fans, let's get it together. Let's get the jerseys out. You know what I mean? Let's get it turned up. You know what I mean? The second round is the wave. I'm mad excited. I know y'all are excited. You know what I mean? Let's go Knicks. Let's go get this dub today and start this new wonderful success. Y'all with me? Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later after the game. See y'all this week. Let's go Knicks. Your main man, Coach Fizzle, out this pizzle. And I will see y'all later, man. I said later, man.